guys so much for joining me here on my channel at Pilates.alyssa. I do Pilates at home workouts here on my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video and joining me today on the mat. If you are returning, thank you guys so much for returning. I'm so excited that you guys enjoyed a previous video and are joining me again on the mat. Without further ado, so this is going to be a full body Pilates workout today. The equipment that I'm going to be utilizing is a yoga block. You can always go ahead and utilize a book or something that gives you a little bit of height around the house. I'm also going to be utilizing a set of dumbbells. Mine are 3-pound dumbbells, and then I also have on a set of ankle weights as well. Again, the ankle weights and dumbbells and yoga block are completely optional. You're more than welcome to do this entire workout without any of this equipment, but thank you guys so much for joining me today on the mat. I'm so excited to practice movement on our mat here. If you guys could go ahead, it would mean so much to go ahead and subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and maybe comment down below something that you loved, something that was challenging, something, just anything, and you know, letting me know if you guys want to see more of these full body workouts. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. I'm going to go ahead and come onto our backs. You're going to grab that yoga block. You can just begin to place it in between those knees. Those feet are going to be planted down on the mat. I'm going to begin to roll it onto the backs. We're just going to go ahead and get connected here to the space and on the mat. You can place one hand over your heart, one hand over your stomach. You can close your eyes if you so choose. Go ahead and take a nice big inhale. Exhale out through the mouth. Good. Go ahead and take another nice big inhale here. Exhale, sigh it on out. Going to the cadence to your own breath here as you feel those lungs expand with every inhale and feeling them collapse with every exhale. Feeling those ribs meet down towards those hips, and that pelvic floor slowly begins to tilt up towards the ceiling, and your lower back with every exhale gets closer and closer to your mat until you have worked your way into a nice imprinted spine. Go ahead and give me 2 more breaths here. We'll go ahead and take a nice inhale. Exhale. Let it all go. Big deep breath in. Exhale. Beautiful. Begin to wiggle those toes. Wiggling those fingertips. Rolling out those wrists. Beginning to blink those eyes open if they were closed. Good. Hello. All right, so you're going to bring those hands down by those sides, okay? They're not going to be underneath those glutes. They're going to be down by those sides. Palms are pressing down into the mat. You're going to go ahead and take your nice inhale. You're going to float both those legs up to tabletop position. Knees directly over top of those hips. Shins are going to be parallel down towards the ground. Interlace those fingertips behind those heads. Those thumbs come down the bridge of the neck. With your nice inhale here, on your exhale, you're going to begin to lift it on up into a nice upper ab curl. Inhale as you slowly begin to lower back down. Exhale as you lift it on up into that nice upper ab curl. Inhale as you lower back down. Good. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. So when you exhale, lift, you're really dropping that 12th rib down into the mat. Really pressing that lower back into the mat. Your ribs should be trying to meet and touch those hip bones, and your pelvic floor stays nice and stabilized and controlled. Try and think of it as a pull from those ribs instead of a pull or a jerk of the neck. Unclench your jaw. Maybe remember to swallow. That way you know that you are not holding your breath. Good. In 8. You're going to hold it on up into that nice upper ab curl. In 7. In 6. In 5. 4. 3. 2. This next one here, hold it on up into that nice upper ab curl. Hold it here. You're gonna begin to lower down those legs and then exhale as you bring them back on up. Good. Lower down those legs down towards the mat and then exhale, bring it on up. You're gonna notice that my feet don't necessarily touch the ground, okay? It's because I don't wanna lose that control in my lower back here on the mat. Good. Lower it down and then exhale as you lift. Feeling the length in those legs as they begin to lower down and then exhale as they come back on up. Good. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2. On this next one here, as you inhale, lower down those head, neck, and shoulders as those feet begin to tap the ground down. Exhale, lift it on up into that nice upper up curl. Knees come to tabletop. Good. Excellent, excellent work. 8. You're not just tapping the ground down either. You're seeing the length in those legs lift on your exhale. 4, 3. Your knees are pressing into that yoga block the entire time. Give me 2. This next one, hold it there in that nice upper up curl. Begin to bring those knees in towards that chest and then pressing them back on out over top of those hip bones. Good. Bring those knees in towards that chest, going into like a nice little ball there, and then bringing them back on up to tabletop. Good. Maybe bringing those elbows now towards those knees. You're coming into a nice ball, and then go ahead and let everything out. Good. Squeeze it in on your exhale, and then inhale, come back to center. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. This next one, inhale as you lower down those head, neck, and shoulders. Knees stay directly in that tabletop position. That yoga block is still in between those knees, okay? You're gonna go ahead and begin to drop that right knee down to the side, staying heavy in that left. And then you're gonna press that right knee into that yoga block, coming back to center. So it's a little drop of those knees, but you're gonna stay heavy into that left hip and press that right knee back into that yoga block. Good. Drop it on down. Stay heavy in that left hip and then press it back on up to center. It's a small movement, okay? I'm only probably going maybe an inch and then coming back to center. That is what I need. You just drop those knees over to the right-hand side. Stay heavy in that left hip and then press it back on up to center. When I say press it back into center, again, your right knee is pressing into that yoga block. Good. 8, 7. Oh, my Lanta, that core is on fire. Give me 4, 3. Those knees are gonna stay over to the right-hand side. In 2. It's kind of like you're dropping that hip if you're still trying to get that movement down. You're dropping that right hip down to the right-hand side as those knees drop. You're staying heavy in that left hip and then press. Give me 2 more. This next one, hold those knees over to the right-hand side. You're gonna get ahead and take your nice big inhale and then exhale, lift it on up into that nice upper up curl. Inhale as you lower down. So those knees stay nice and isolated over to the right-hand side. You're just giving me those nice abdominal crunches here. Good. That right hip is probably dropped, and that's okay that it is. It also helps make you stay stabilized as you stay heavy into that left hip. Good. Give me 4, 3, 2. Let's go ahead and get into those balls, shall we? You're gonna go ahead and exhale, lift, bring those knees over to that right elbow, and then lower it back down. Good. 8, 7. We got the left hand side. In 6, 4, 3, 2. Still pressing those knees into that yoga block. Good. This last one, hold it here, hold it here. Little tiny lift up and down with those head, neck, and shoulders. I was gonna say those ribs, but it is a pull of the ribs. 8, 7, 6. Can you get a little bit higher? Yes, you can. Give me 4. Oh, my Lanta. The core is on fire. Give me 3, 2. This next one, inhale as you lower back down. Press that right knee into that yoga block. Coming back to center. Let's go ahead and get into that left-hand side. Good. Drop those knees over to the left-hand side. Stay heavy in that right hip. It's okay if you drop that left hip. And then press that left knee in towards that yoga block. All right? Dropping it on down. Coming back to center. We have the other side. Those head, neck, and shoulders can stay down on the mat. Dropping those hips over to the left. Press that left knee in towards that yoga block. Good. I need 10. Stay heavy in that right hip as that left hip drops with those knees. Give me 9. Woo. 8. 7. The more you press that left knee in towards that yoga block, the more that you're gonna feel that core fire it on up. Give me 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. This next one, those knees are gonna stay over to the left-hand side. Go ahead and take your nice big inhale here. Exhale as you lift it on up into that nice upper ab curl. Inhale as you lower down. Oh, my Lanta, the core is literally on fire right now. Good. 8, 7, 6. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth as you lift it on up into that curl. Inhale as you lower back down. Give me 3, 2. This next one, let's bring those knees in and then release. Good. In. 8, 7, 6. Drop that left hip down. Don't cheat yourself. Give me 5. Unclench your jaw. Breathe. Give me 4. This is it. Your final finisher. Give me 3, 2. This next one, let's go ahead and get into tiny little pulses up and down, up and down, up and down, and then to that nice upper ab curl. Good. Pulse it up and up and up. Knees are still over to the left with that left hip dropped. Give me 5, 4. Can you get a little bit higher in that nice upper ab curl? In 3. Squeeze it up at the top. Give me 2. Last one. Let it on out. Oh my goodness. Grab that yoga block. Maybe you're reaching it above those heads. Just giving it a nice full body stretch here. Oh my Lanta. We good? We survived? All right. So you're gonna place that yoga block underneath those right feet, that right foot. You're gonna take those dumbbells. They're gonna come down by those sides on either side of the mat. Okay. Your left foot is gonna be planted. Again, those knees are bent. Right foot is on the top of that yoga block. To begin, you're just gonna keep either of those dumbbells on each of those hips, okay? So the closer that you are to your heels with your booties, the more quad engaged that you're gonna get while we're still also working those glutes. If you take a tiny little step away from being so close from those heels, you're gonna be actually a little bit more glute heavy, even though that we're already going ahead and working those glutes. It's just getting a little bit deeper. So that foot placement does matter, okay? Whatever you feel like you feels good for you, you do in this very moment. Otherwise, here you have either of those dumbbells on either hip. You're gonna go ahead and take a nice big inhale. On your exhale, you're gonna begin to tuck that pelvic floor down. Slowly begin to roll it on up, one vertebrae at a time. Good. Pressing those hips on up towards the ceiling. Rib cage is pulling in, and you're slowly gonna lower it back down to upper back, middle back, lower back, and then really pressing that lower back down, arching it, those booties, that pelvic floor down into the mat, and then exhale as you begin to slowly roll it back on up a vertebrae by vertebrae. So you're just giving me that nice articulation of the spine. It probably feels really good, like a nice little massage here. Good. 8, 7. We're gonna go into a flat back here. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2. This next one, let's go into a flat back. Those weight is heavy in those heels. You're gonna begin to lift up those hips up towards the ceiling and then begin to lower them back down towards the ground. Exhale as you lift it on up. Inhale as you lower. Good. Those feet are gonna be nice and heavy. Weight is mainly into those heels as you lift and lower those hips from the mat up towards the ceiling. 8. We're gonna go into a nice little combo here in 7. Squeeze those glutes up at the top. Give me 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. This next one, as you exhale, press it on up. Give me a 2 count pulse. 1, 2. Inhale as you lower down. Exhale, press 1, 2. Inhale as you lower. Exhale, press 1, 2. Inhale as you lower. Good. 8. Yes, you guys can. 7. Woo-wee. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. This next one here, you're gonna hold those hips high. Little tiny pulses down and up. Little tiny pulses down and up with those hips. Good. Dumbbells are still on those hips. If you don't want to utilize those dumbbells, you can slowly lower them down by those sides. Hands can be down, pressing into the mat. Good for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it here. Hold those hips lifted. Weight stays heavy into that right leg. You're going to begin to float that left leg up to tabletop. Good. Lower it back down towards the ground. Exhale as you bring it up to tabletop. Inhale as you lower it and tap it down. Exhale as you lift. Good. For 8, 7, 6. Hips stay lifted. If you need to drop those weights and hold on to those hips, they stay squared off, you go ahead and do so. Give me 5. Otherwise, they stay on those hips. Give me 4, 3, 2. This next one here, hold it, lifted it in tabletop. Little tiny pulses up and down with those hips. Good. 8, 7. Squeeze it up at the top. Get deeper and deeper into that under booty cheek. Give me 4, 3, 2. This next one, hold it there, lifted. You're gonna inhale, lower those hips down towards the ground, and then exhale, press it on up. Inhale as you lower down. Exhale as you press. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you press. Good for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. This next one, let's go into that 2 count pulse now. Exhale, press it up. 1, 2. Inhale as you lower. Exhale, press. 1, 2. Inhale as you lower. Exhale, press. 1, 2. Good. I need 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. This next one, hold it lifted. Little tiny pulses down and up on that right leg. Good. Pulse it up with those hips. Good for 4, 3, 2, hold it lifted, hold it lifted. Extend that left leg up long. Good. Begin to lower it down and then lift it back on up towards the ceiling. I need 8 of those. 8, 7. Keep those hips lifted. Give me 6, 5. Can you lift up those hips even higher? 4, 3, 2. This next one, and lift it on up. Slowly lower it back down. Oh, my Lanta. Shake out those glutes with those knives in them. Maybe bring those knees to chest, a little rock side to side. Maybe a nice little figure 4 stretch here on the mat. Excellent, excellent work. Oh, my Lanta. My glute was on fire. All right, we ready to work the other side? Whew. You're like, whew, let me catch my breath. Okay. Again, you're just gonna move that yoga block underneath that left foot here. You're gonna take those dumbbells, you're gonna place it over top of either hip. All right, when you're ready, you're gonna slowly begin to, let's massage the spine first, why don't we? Good, on your exhale, you're gonna begin to tuck that tailbone. Slowly begin to roll it on up 1 vertebrae at a time, lifting up those hips towards the ceiling, and then slowly begin to roll it on down to the mat, arching that pelvic floor into the mat, tilting it up towards the ceiling as you begin to rise in those hips. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. This next one with a nice flat back. We're gonna begin to lift up those hips towards the ceiling and then begin to lower them back down. Exhale, press, lift them up. Inhale as you lower. Exhale, press. Inhale as you lower. Press it up. Inhale as you lower. Good. You guys are almost there. You guys are doing fantastic work on your mat. I understand that this is a full body burn, a full body shake. Good. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you press. Give me 4 more. You guys are doing absolutely amazing. You already did it once to one side. We just have the other side. Good. 4, 3, 2. Let's go ahead and get into that 2 count pulse. Exhale, press. 1, 2. Inhale as you lower. Exhale, press. 1, 2. Inhale as you lower. Exhale, press. 1, 2. Inhale as you lower. Good. You have that nice flat back and you lift up those hips. Give me a 2 count pulse. Again, if those weights are too much, you can always go ahead and drop them down. Hands can be by your sides, palms pressing down into the mat. Good. I need 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. This next one here, hold it here, lifted with those hips. Little tiny pulses up and up and up and up. Good. Give me 10. Whew. Small 1-inch movements. Yes, you can. Breathe. Smile. You're smiling right through it. I believe in you. I see you right through the screen. Good. Give me 4. Squeeze. Give me 3, 2. Hold it lifted, hold it lifted. Weight goes heavy now in that left leg. Begin to float that right leg up to tabletop. Good, and then simply lower it back down to the ground. Exhale as you begin to float it on up to tabletop. Lowering it back down to the ground. Good. Lifting it on up. Inhale as you lower. 8, 7, 6, 5, in 4. You're gonna hold it there in tabletop position. In 3, in 2. Hold it here in tabletop position. Yes, you can. Little tiny pulses up and up and up and up. Good. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, we're not done, 2. This next one, you're gonna begin to lower down those hips down towards the mat, and then you're gonna find your footing. You're gonna exhale, press, and lift up those hips. Good, inhale as you lower, exhale, press, inhale as you lower, exhale, press, 8, 7, whew. That left leg is not existing. Good, give me 5, 4, 3, 2. This next one here, hold it lifted with those hips. Good, little tiny pulses down and up one last time for 10, 9, 8, 7. We gotta add on in 4, 3, 2. Hold it lifted, extend that left, right leg long. Begin to lower it down as those hips stay lifted, and then press it back on up to 90. Good. I need 10, 9. Can you lift up those hips even higher? Good. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. This next one, begin to lower it back down. Oh my goodness. Give yourself a nice figure 4 stretch, bringing that left knee over top of that right, shaking out that knife in those booties. Oh my Lanta, that was crazy. You're gonna come on up. You can set the yoga block aside, okay? You're really just gonna need 1 dumbbell here, okay? I'm gonna set my 1 dumbbell to the side along with my yoga block, okay? I'm gonna come down to my right forearm. My forearm is gonna be parallel to the top of my mat, okay? My legs are gonna be bent in, feet are gonna be in line with those booties to begin, okay? All I'm gonna do is to reach that dumbbell in my left hand above my head. Good, from here I'm just gonna hold it there. And then I'm gonna begin to lift my hips up off the ground, coming into like a nice little assisted side plank, and then lowering them back down, kind of like an assisted hip dip here. Good, lifting it up, and then lowering it back down. Once you get familiar with this, begin to extend that left leg down on the mat as you begin to lift and lower those hips. Those hips are pressing forward. Good, you might need to adjust your knees just a little bit to get a little bit more grounding. Good. My ankle weight was getting in the way. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it lifted with those hips. Hold it there. You can always look down towards your mat if your neck begins to bother you. Palms face down towards those hips, okay? It's gonna face down. You're gonna begin to lower it down to those hips and then reach it right back on up towards the ceiling. Palm is facing down towards the center of the body. So as you lower it, the palm should be facing those hips and then rising it up towards the ceiling. Good, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. This next one here, as you begin to lower it down, you're gonna begin to lift that left leg, tapping that left leg with that dumbbell, and then tapping the ground down, reaching that arm back on up towards the ceiling. Let's go ahead and repeat that. Exhale, inhale, good. 8, 7, you're not here for long. Give me 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. This next one, hold it there and lift it. Hold it there. Little tiny pulses up and down with that leg up towards the ceiling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. This is it. 2. Last one, drop it down. Swing those booties on over so you come on down to your left-hand side. Okay, so your left forearm is gonna be down. That weight is gonna be in that right hand. Told you we weren't there for long, okay? Full body movement here, okay? Working those shoulders, working those arms, okay? Reaching that dumbbell up towards the ceiling. Your left forearm is parallel down towards the ground. Okay, when you're ready, find your footing. Might have to find mine because of my ankle weights. You might need to do the same thing, lifting up those hips and then lowering them back down. Lift, lower, lift, lower. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, smile, 2. Good. Maybe begin to extend that right leg as you begin to lift up those hips and lower them back down. Good. I need an additional 5 here. 5, 4, 3, 2. This next one, hold those hips lifted here. Good. From here, you're going to begin to flip that palm down, lowering down that weight down to those right sides, and then reaching it back on up towards the ceiling. I'm going to fix my adjustment here. I felt like I was leaning too much into my right shoulder. If you need to adjust yourself too, don't be afraid to adjust yourself. My necklace is right over top of my mic, so if it's like, I apologize ahead of time. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. This next one here, as you begin to lower it down towards those right sides, you begin to lift that right leg and then lower it back down. Arm faces back on, reaches back on up towards the ceiling. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. This next one here, you're gonna hold it there and you're gonna give me tiny little pulses up and down with those right legs for 10, 9, 8, 7. Oh my goodness, I am shaking. 6, 5, 4. Close your eyes. 3, 2. Last one. Let it all go. Oh, Violanta. I don't know if you guys saw that earthquake that just happened on the mat. Lose that dumbbell. Okay, you're just gonna come flip it on over to all fours. You're almost there. All right, now that our arms are fatigued, our glutes and legs feel like jello, you're gonna find that 4-point position. You're gonna begin to press the floor away. You're gonna extend that right leg. You're gonna extend that left. You're gonna find that nice high plank here. Booty is tucked, your core is engaged, holding it here. Your gaze is down in between those palms. Energy shooting out from the crown of the head, down through those heels. You're holding it. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We got plank jacks in 3, 2. This next one, let's get into those plank jacks. So step it out, step it in, hop it out, in, out, in, out, in. Getting up that heart rate here just a little bit. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it. Hold it in that nice high plank. Hold it. Hold it here for 10, 9, 8. Don't let it out. Meet me up. I know you're down. Come right back on up. Give me 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Begin to slowly begin to shift that weight forward, bending in those elbows, untucking those toes, giving me a nice baby cobra as you inhale, and then exhale. Forward folding it on down, bringing that cheek to the side of your mat, letting that heart rate come down here as you begin to find your breath once again. Letting that heartbeat become steady once again. Begin to wiggle those toes, wiggling those fingertips, rolling out those ankles, rolling out those wrists. Good. Maybe bending in those knees. Maybe windshield wipering them from side to side, letting out any lower back tension you might have felt. And when you're ready, you can bring your palms right underneath those shoulders. You're going to begin to exhale, press the floor away. Bringing those knees to the width of the mat, you're going to find a nice child's pose. Reaching those fingertips towards the top of your mat. Inhaling here. Exhale. Dropping those booties down towards those heels. Beautiful. And when you're ready, you're going to press yourself on up to all fours, and you're going to send those booties down towards the mat, coming into a nice seated position. We have 2 breaths, and then you're out of here. Go ahead and take a nice big deep breath in, breathing in all that positive energy, all that beautiful work that you did on your mat. Exhale, letting it all go. Any negativity, last and final one here. You're going to go ahead and take another nice big deep breath in. Those palms are going to come together up at the top. You exhale as you bring it down to heart center. You guys should be so proud of the work that you did today on your mat. This class is not easy by any means, but you guys decided to show up and show out anyways. I couldn't be more proud of you. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video and joining me and practicing movement on the mat. Again, my name is Alyssa. I do Pilates at home workouts here on my channel. So if you guys, again, if you would be so kind to go ahead and subscribe, give this video a big thumbs up, and comment down below something that you loved and that you maybe enjoyed joining me here on the mat. I would love to hear it. But without, I think that's all. And I cannot wait to see you guys back here on the mat with me on here. Bye, guys.